Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc and this is a new video about my RPG game. And the great news is that you can now try it out yourself by downloading the game. The link will be in the description. I will also put more detail there, but long story short, after downloading the game and unzipping it, you want to drag the game.html file into your browser like this. I don't know if it's compatible with all the browser, but for Google Chrome it should work. Then you simply click on the screen and you're ready to go. So I will also put more detail if you don't really understand in the description. So I've made a couple changes since my last video. The first and most important one are the NPCs. There's also the context option top left of the screen. Now I can talk with the NPCs. I can select different options. I also got the chat option, of course, the chat system. So if I want to use the bank, yes. I've also made the change for the input. So before there were no inputs really. Now there's inputs. For example, I can put 100 and withdraw 100 at a time. I've also made the change for the map. So for example, I can write whatever number I want and it will change the zoom of the map. Also got another NPCs, so if there's a lot of text, I can use this little system. If you want to go to the next one, you simply click the arrow, and like I've mentioned, I can trigger things. For example, give me 100 gold if I select the yes option. So I guess that's pretty much it for the chat system. I've also made a big change for the movement. So before, no matter what direction the player was looking, it was moving always at the same speed. Now if you're facing the direction of your mouse, you will move faster, and if you're not, you move slower. It doesn't really affect that much running, but for combat it really makes a big difference. So you cannot simply keep attacking the monster and running away with the same speed. To compensate that in a way, I've added a new option for combat, and it's the dodge option. So by pressing the spacebar, you can move very fast in a short amount of time. And it's really useful for dodging things that you couldn't dodge normally, like you will soon see when I will start fighting. And I guess that's pretty much it. So let's start fighting. So today I've been working very hard on my boss fight system. So I got the monster system already done. It's kind of the same thing that I had with Flash, but for bosses it's totally different. It's the wall system alone, and I think my boss is really decent. So for the boss, if you want to try it out yourself after downloading the game, you will need to use the Boomerang. All the other weapon do no damage, because otherwise this weapon will be too overpowered. I need to really change it. And a funny trick, if you click on the goal, it's not the shop option. Actually, it will stop the very first bullet of the list. So if you want to do cool form, I don't really know why, but I really found this form to be really epic looking. But anyway, to go to the boss fight, you need to use teleport. First of all, you need to use the Boomerang for the first phase, and the last phase you will need to use the spear to do damage. All the other weapons will do no damage, so it's harder that way. So to go to the boss, you will need to right click the sword or left click it and select the teleport option, and you will be teleported instantly in the boss fight. So here it is. So the boss is the ice one. I know that it's kind of strange to be teleported right there, but that's the way it will be right now. Of course I will put context and different things like that in due time, but for now I'm only testing things. So the first phase is not really that hard, even though I can fail pretty hard already. You cannot die, so even if your health goes below 0, you don't die, but it's your goal is to not die. So for example, right there I should be dead, but I'm not. So I've just done the first phase after doing a quarter of his life. So now it's the second phase. So in the second phase he spawns 4 minions, and I really failed this. 4 minions, they shoot tons of little spears, ice spears, and they will chill me. So I can only move, I move very slowly, and the big boss shoots a big missile, and if the missile hits me, it hits really freaking hard. And the only way for me to dodge it is to use the dodge option, otherwise I cannot avoid it. So I really need to time myself because I can only use the dodge option once every 4 seconds, and I think it shoots every 5 seconds. So I cannot simply spam click it and expect to survive, and I think I've just forgot this guy. Shit. Oh fuck, too early. So I just got hit, and then I will try to do the last one. Oh gosh, close call. Okay, so now the second phase is nearly done. Oh god. Okay, so now I can bring it back to Half-Life, and at Half-Life it will go to his third phase, which is kind of easier. I think the second phase is pretty much the hardest one because you really need to time yourself. Oh fuck, that was fail. So you really need to time yourself. And this phase, it's kind of different. It kind of looks like the first one, but it doesn't shoot in the center, but it's random. Change direction. These things doesn't hit that much like the Frontier, but if you're outside and he does the 360 well, it's not really a warning, but the 360 attack, and you're hit by the 360 attack, then you're really screwed. I think I put infinity damage, so you're like instantly dying. Yeah, I think I will start shooting the boss. So yeah, I think fell. Yeah, I need to concentrate a little bit. But yeah, it's really tricky. You really need to do it with the Boomerang. I think forcing players to do with the Boomerang is a good thing for this boss. It makes it a lot more challenging, because otherwise you can simply be there and shoot the boss with the arrows, and I think it's not really good. For the last phase, the Boomerang does no damage. There was a little message that was there for 4 seconds. I don't know if you have seen it, but now the Boomerang does no damage. You need to switch for the Spear, which is a close range weapon. So basically you need to run all the way through without getting hit, like I'm currently doing, and find your way close to the boss, well, close enough to the boss to be able to damage him with the Spear. And I'm really failing hard. I've made better runs in the past. Dodge. Like only getting minus something. But yeah, for sure this boss is possible to do without dying. Probably very hard, but possible. Oh, lucky. And fuck. And I think the boss should be dead now. So I guess that's pretty much it about my game right now. I'm still working very hard on it. I'm working also on the artwork to change a couple things, make it look good, because for example I don't have any animation for the crossbow, yeah, for the orb and different things like that. So I'm working on that. I'm also working on improving the quest system, because right now I don't have any quest system. It's something I really want to work on, and I also got the skill system that needs to be done. But anyway, just stay tuned, and tons of new updates should be released soon. So see ya.